Hello my friends.
Greetings to all Hearthstone adepts.
Today we will tell you new details about the Battle Pass and share our ideas.
We will also try to simulate the pass based on the new information from the developers.
The end is coming!
No, the end is postponed.
Let's start with the good news.
Team 5 finally listened to the community's demands. We have finally heard very clear promises about gold in the Battle Pass. Here's what Dean Ayala wrote on Reddit.
While you will receive rewards as the expansion goes on, the gold you earn per expansion should remain relatively flat from what you earn now. This should make your ability to buy packs on day 1 similar to what you get now, but with more non-gold rewards added on top. In nearly all circumstances you should be earning slightly more gold and more non-gold rewards. Our intent with the system is for it to be an upside for all players. We can give legendary quests or give out additional rewards during events as well.
These are not just promises that everything will be fine. This time we received specific information that we will not lose gold. The wording is clear and cannot be interpreted ambiguously. Now we have no reason to worry about the future of the game. We received an answer that completely eliminated almost all claims. We are incredibly happy about this fact.
We still have suspicions that not all players' interests can be taken into account from a technical point of view, but we'll talk about that later.
Guys, you said you have a few ideas that could improve the original Battle Pass.
Yes, we think our thoughts will surprise you a little.
Let's start with the first part of the Battle Pass, leveling from 1 to 100. In our opinion, Blizzard's original idea was to reduce the amount of gold and replace it with other rewards. There is nothing wrong with this if the value and usefulness of the rewards are preserved. The developers have retained the value of rewards for most players, but at the same time completely forgot about the usefulness of rewards. We talked about this in great detail in the previous video. Check it out if you want to know more.
Why did Blizzard try to take our gold?
In addition to the reasons we already talked in the last video, another one comes to mind. The current amount of gold may make selling the Tavern Pass for Battlegrounds difficult.
Battlegrounds has become a very important part of Hearthstone, and has a large fan base. Blizzard doesn't plan to stop its development, so it is very important that the Tavern Pass be profitable for the company. In any case, this is just a theory, we have no evidence. But if this is actually true, we would suggest that Blizzard create a pack token to compensate for the loss of gold for wild and standard players.
Pack token is a new free game resource that allows you to purchase any expansion pack at any time in the game store. Players have the opportunity to receive pack tokens as a reward for completing Battle Pass levels.
Thus, pack tokens would make the disappearance of gold almost painless for most players. In turn, Battlegrounds fans would have more motivation to buy the Battlegrounds perks for money. Additional pack tokens would compensate for the lost usefulness of the latest packs and legendary cards received in the middle and at the end of the Battle Pass. Of course, arena fans would be hurt, but for them the developers would revise the rewards in the arena and increase the amount of gold earned.
The first part of Blizzard's pass does not need any radical changes. The main problem is at levels above 100.
Initially in a survey, the developers suggested that players receive 25 gold for each level. We would suggest increasing the amount of gold by 8 times. Thus, players will receive 200 gold or 2 pack tokens in place of 25 gold. But you will need to get much more XP, you will need approximately 60 victories to pick up 200 gold. In other words, you will need to spend the same amount of time as now. This means that after level 100, your progress will slow down significantly. But it will allow players who spend a lot of time in the game to keep their gold income at the same level. In addition, you will once again have a theoretical opportunity to collect the entire collection of cards of the latest expansion absolutely free.
In our opinion, the original idea from Blizzard does not need a lot of changes. As you can see, it was necessary to change only 2 minor nuances, which fundamentally change the situation. At the same time, do not allow players to get more resources than they currently have.
I believe that this approach would not be met with as much negativity, and the community would not feel fooled.
Don't get me wrong. The idea's resource balance looks too good to be a random amount of rewards.
We get the impression that the amount of gold was intentionally underestimated. What did Blizzard want to research by doing this? Could such a survey be useful? Draw your own conclusions.
In any case, Blizzard has slightly changed its approach, and we may get better terms now.
Of course it's the right way.
Let's try to simulate the new Battle Pass, based on the promises of Team 5. Firstly, perhaps the developers will get rid of all the extra rewards in the game.
If this happens, we may lose the weekly packs for tavern brawls. In place of the packs we may gain some experience. Packs can be moved to the battle pass. This seems logical enough, although this is just a guess. Also, let's add all the rewards we received during the Ashes of Outland expansion to the battle pass for clarity.
Dean assures us that the amount of gold we will get will hardly change compared to quests now.
Thus, the new battle pass should give us at least 7,000 gold. Let's add to this the packs we received during the Ashes of Outland expansion, but in a slightly different proportion. So we should get about 15 old packs and 15 of the latest packs. Blizzard may offer a slightly different amount of packs. Perhaps we will get less packs if the developers decide to leave additional rewards for events outside the battle pass. And don't forget about 2 legendary cards, 2 epic cards, 4 arena tickets, a new skin of your choice and a card back.
The first part of the battle pass looks much more attractive now, doesn't it?
Now let's move on to the second part of the battle pass. According to Blizzard's promise, all kinds of players should receive the same amount of gold as now.
This means that the developers will have to provide players with 200 gold for reaching each rank after level 100. We simply do not see other opportunities that would allow us to save a large amount of gold.
In other words, it should work the same way as you suggested earlier.
Yes, but we have concerns that the company will not be able to deliver on this promise for a technical reason. The developers are going to sell experience bonuses for premium players. This means that a premium player who spends more time in the game will receive much more benefits on the higher floors of the battle pass.
Thus, it will be easier for them to pick up additional 10,000 gold at the 50 highest levels. Of course, this will make the purchase of the battle pass more profitable, but at the same time it can bring down pre-orders and the company's profits. This is a very risky move. We hope that Blizzard has a non-standard solution to this problem, or that they really decided to let the players get a lot of gold at high levels. Or maybe we'll get a completely different battle pass that will function in a completely different way.
Dear friends, before we share our impressions of the battle pass concept, we want to hear your voice.
What do you think about our balance of resources? How will such a reward system affect your progress? Remember, our concept has taken into consideration absolutely all free rewards. Let's compare the voting results for this unofficial proposal, and the first idea from Blizzard. Please vote on our community tab page.
Let's move on to the conclusions. We certainly don't know much about the new reward system, but overall, the battle pass concept looks very promising.
The new reward system will be useful for fans of absolutely all modes: Arena, Battlegrounds, Wild and Standard. Players play against friends and in solo mode, only for fun. That's not right. The new system has the potential to elegantly solve this problem by giving out small amounts of experience points for certain activities. Maybe we will even get some experience from defeats. That would be great.
And don't forget about the imminent release of the new game mode. Perhaps the current system does not have the ability to correctly reward players for playing. The new system could potentially be very beneficial to all players, and could breathe new life into Hearthstone.
Or it can completely ruin the game if the rewards become ineffective.
I still think the resource balance in the Blizzard survey is a huge mistake and very, very bad research that undermines trust. I am sure if this idea were implemented it would cause serious damage. In any case, I am very glad that the developers figured out the balance of resources and we finally received very specific promises about gold. I'm glad that the community was able to unite and loudly defend the future of Hearthstone.
I'm also glad that Hearthstone has dedicated fans who believe what the developers say, even in the most controversial situations. This means that the loyalty and trust of many players has not yet been lost.
Well, we are looking forward to the release of the Battle Pass and hope that the developers will not let us down. We will continue to monitor the amount of resources very carefully. Look forward to a new video on this topic after the official announcement of the Battle Pass.
As always, we want to express our gratitude to our patrons. Dear friends, your support is invaluable. With all my robotic heart, thank you very much for continuing to believe in us. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for being with us.
And special thanks to Chris for text editing.
We will meet in new videos.
Good luck.